All right, today we're going to learn about the principle of animation, ease in and ease out. I've taken a grid created by Richard Williams, who's considered to be one of the true masters of animation. I've printed it out. You can do the same. Print it out. I've mounted it on a piece of foam core. I've got a simple down shooter connected to a frame grabber, and I'm going to execute two animations. One with ease ins and ease outs, and one just even increments all the way. Let's take a look at the grid and the setup. So I've got a simple DSLR with a down shooter going into the grid I was just talking about. The top is just even increments all the way across. The bottom has some ease in, some bigger moves in the middle, and then some ease outs. Both 24 frames, so we're going to be looking at the exact same frame rate for both 24 frames, 1 second of animation, but animated in two different ways, one with eases and one without. I'm going to demonstrate the process on the podcast as I animate, but I'm also going to be capturing the animation with the frame grabber. The frame grabber is connected to Dragon stop motion software, which is an excellent stop motion frame grabber. And you won't see that happen, you're just going to see me animating, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So I've got the quarter on the first frame, the first position, and I just grab my first frame. And so then I'm just going to follow the grid. There's a simple grid, everything's laid out really easy for you, so then I can just move the quarter to the next position. Then I'll take another frame and I will move the quarter. Take a frame, move the quarter. Again, these are all the same even increments. And we're about in the middle of the animation. And that's it, final frame. So again, 24 frames evenly moved across the grid here. Everything's all plotted out, all dialed in. Now the next one is going to start with like 6 frames of ease in, then some bigger moves, and then 6 frames of ease out. So we will go ahead and do that now. It's a little harder to see because there's such little moves in the beginning. But, you know, we'll just do our best. All right, so here we go with the next animation. Again, that's going to be a very small move in the beginning. getting a little bit bigger. A little bigger still. So this is called ease in. We're easing into the move. A little bigger. Bigger still. And then we're getting into some pretty big jumps. So we're accelerating. An object doesn't go from still to full throttle instantaneously. Big move there. It gradually accelerates and it gradually decelerates. And that's what easing in and easing out does. Big move. It slowly accelerates and slowly decelerates. It eases in and then it eases out. And now we're easing out of the move. Much smaller moves, smaller still. Smaller still. Smaller still at the very end. And that's ease out. So we eased in, we start very slow moves, bigger, 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 bigger. That was the biggest in the middle. Big still, starting to ease out, smaller, 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 smaller to the final position. So that's ease in and ease out.